Welcome to the Spiritual Principles Made Practical podcast. I'm your host, Scott Friedman, and today we're going to talk about how to keep going when things get rough, right? Because it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. um, because I've challenged that, I've taken on big challenges with my life, right? So I don't know if that's such a great idea or not, but with big challenges, come uh, the opportunities to deal with tough times. And the best way that I found that the tougher the time is, I can tell you one thing is that the shorter scope of time that I look at, right? I mean, I remember making a goal to just survive the next 3 minutes at one point. And that more and more I find when I'm under pressure, it's like I come down and I go, I just need to breathe. I just need to breathe. And then I remind myself, present moments, all I have to deal with right now is the only thing that I have to deal with. It's the only thing that exists. And I remind myself of that over and over and over again. And then kind of a really cool thing happens, at least for me. And that is that I remember that the way to lead an inspired life is to only act on inspired thoughts, and that I should either just listen and just acknowledge what is and just sort of sit quietly and be there, or act on thoughts that have emotions that I want more of, right? Peace or serenity or joy or happiness or some kind of one of those kind of emotions, and act on that. And then the more stress I'm under, the more I narrow my time frame to the present, and the more that I have that idea. And in my life, I would say a good percentage of the days are challenging. Just some days I just say, what was I thinking taking on all these challenges? I didn't have to do this. but, but but I can look back through my whole life and say, yeah, no, I wanted to see what I could do here. I wanted to see what I could do there. I wanted to see. Yikes. But yeah, that's how I get through the tough times is that and that I don't give up, right? Because when I think about giving up, it's like the emotion tied to the idea of giving up is just dead. It's just like this dark, heavy mass of death. And I don't want to go there. And I remind myself of one time in particular where I gave up on myself in a certain area that I really wish I hadn't. Right? It took me years to recover from that. It was terrible, and I vowed that I would never give up on myself again. That I would die before I would give up on myself because it was that terrible. I mean, trust me, I'd rather die than go through that again. And I know, like, if I as bad as it was then, it would be worse now. So, that's why suicide's never an option, right? Because it only makes things worse, right? And it's like, if you want to make things better and you want to escape from the pain and the suffering, focus on the present moment. But killing yourself will not work. It will only make things worse for you and everybody else, and you'll regret it. So it's like, well, okay, that's off the table. But what I can do is I can be present and narrow my time frame to, what I need to do right now. And that is really helpful. And I tell you, every time the thing that comes to mind for me is that there is no suffering in the present moment. So if I focus on my breathing, or I focus on listening to the thoughts, go through my mind, not grabbing them up, not picking them up and running with them, but just watching them go through my mind. And then only the thoughts that have the emotions that I want more of in my life do I act on. That's the best way. That's the best way for me. So this morning it was funny because I was meditating and doing all this stuff. And I thought, geez, I mean, there must be something I can do. And that the more that I meditated, the sort of clearer energy that I had and the deeper understanding and inspirations I got. And so all of a sudden I felt, oh, there's peace and harmony and making a couple of phone calls that I all of a sudden was inspired to make that I hadn't been inspired to make before. And so I made them and they seem to be going well. So it works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. You can try it. Or if you're listening sort of to the essence of this and something else is inspiring for you to try, do that. But for many people, acting on the thoughts that have as part of them emotions that we want more of in our life is really, really a very effective way to gain deeper insight, greater energy, make better decisions, and have a better life. So I recommend that, and that's been my experiences, is that the tougher and more challenging things get, the more my attention gets focused in the present, even to the point where taking it out of the present, too much suffering. No, no, no. I want to be in the present where suffering doesn't exist. That's where I want to live. And I'm getting better and better at it. I mean, we're always in the present, but being conscious of being present, right? That's different. So we're always in the present moment. There's no other place to go or be, right? So all of the past and the future are just thoughts of the past and the future occurring in the present moment. But it's the thought that exists, not the past or the future. So the present's the only time there is, but when we're aware that we're in the present, then that's when the suffering stops. So anyway, that's how I handle the tough times, and I'm doing it as recent as today. What can I tell you? It's I look back and I shake my head and I marvel at junctions in my life where I could have taken the easy way and had just a really, smooth as glass life. But I still come back to that one phrase that just is so much a part of my life, which is I could take failing at being all I could be, at maximizing my potential. I could take failing at that better than I could take succeeding at anything else. So I've got to go and do the best I can with my life. Amazingly enough, when I'm in the present moment, even if it's a rough, rough day, and today and earlier this week kind of qualifies, like my dog died. I mean, actually, it did happen. My wife was in the hospital. Actually, it did happen, right? But when I'm in the present moment, man, I'm styling, I'm happy, I'm cruising. And so it's like I don't have any problems when I'm in the present moment. So that's a pretty strong motivator to keep me there. And that's how you deal with tough times is do what I did and build a habit of the tougher the times, the more I'm conscious of the fact that the present moment is the only moment that exists. I offer thought coaching, and it's awesome. It's uniquely tailored to you in the present moment by tapping into the flow. It's really a great experience. Like I say, you you believe some of what you hear, more of what you see, but everything that you experience. And you have not experienced coaching with me until you've experienced coaching with me. Let me tell you, it's an event all of itself. So the first one is free, and you can contact me to set it up at scottfriedman40@gmail.com, SCOTTFRIEDMAN40@gmail.com, and we'll have a great time. My books are available on Amazon. You can find links to them on my website, www.thoughtcoachingbyscott.com, and focus on being in the present because it doesn't matter how rough everything is. Because, like I told you, right? Wife in the hospital, dog died, I mean, all kind, I mean, real stuff like is going on now. But in the present, there's still joy, right? And the best thing that you can do for all of everybody else is to work on yourself and to be as much of that joy, that upliftment, that excitement, that enthusiasm that you can possibly allow to be expressed because it's always within us all the time, right? It's just a matter of are we opening the door to expressing it? And the more we do that, the better off, the greater contribution we're making to everybody. So trust in that and you'll do great. I tell you the books are available on Amazon and you can find links to them on my website, thoughtcoachingbyscott.com. And rock and roll. Let's tap into and enjoy the magnificence of who we are and allow that free expression. All right. Be well.